When the lights come on, she's ready to rise. Donnelly steps up with faith in her eyes. Puzzle pieces fitting, stars up in the sky. With every prayer and song, she'll make your spirit fly.
She's got the voice that can heal the soul. Singing, gaming, she's on a roll. Star Wars battles to her prayerful light. Donnelly's shining through the night. Shine on, Donnelly's, you light up the way. Singing, praying, bringing hope today.
From puzzles to the force, you're always on. Donnelly's,
You're our shining song. In the game or the prayer, she's standing tall. With every step, she answers the call. Blessings in her heart, light in her soul. With Donnelly's, we're ready to roll.
raise your hands, feel the groove. With her faith and her love, you can't lose.
From the galaxy far to the prayers so deep, Donnelly's is the joy we keep.
Shine on, Donnelly's, you're the light we need.
With every song and every prayer you lead.
From puzzles to the force, you're always on. Donnelly's, you're our shining song. Shine on, Donnelly's. Shine on.
OBS was being OBS. It changed it to the default. I need to look into it and see what it thinks the default is. I was just saying, congratulations on being first soul. Happy Saturday. How is everybody's day starting? My day is starting off well. I got my tire fixed yesterday, and I got a new tube and a couple of little energy wafers. They're literally like vanilla flavored little wafers. And they were pretty good. Then again, it's hard to go wrong with vanilla. So I rode 6.1 miles, which was my third longest ride. So that was fantastic. And let's see. The game yesterday was amazing and got to stay for a little bit of the concert. Today on the bike ride, I rode a little bit further before turning back, and then I had to turn and head home, turn off the trail and head home because I was running out of steam. And so after stream, at some point, we'll go get the car that I used to take the bike over to the park. But yeah, it was a good ride. It was a good day yesterday. We got home a bit after midnight. I slept the entire way home, and it was a good time. We got to hear some of the songs at the concert, and it was overall really good. And I don't know what we're gonna do today. You guys get to vote. You guys get to decide what we're gonna play today. So here in a little bit, I'll put up a poll, and we will see what the poll decides as far as what we're gonna play today. So our options are, I can also add in Kingdom Hearts, because I can just switch over the HDMI to the PlayStation and make that happen. So we'll make this a what shall we play today? We have Truck Simulator, Dreamlight Valley, Sims 4, and Kingdom Hearts Grind. We'll got the duration set for the max of 10 minutes. In a couple minutes here, we will start that poll and people can vote. I've got it set to allow extra votes. So hopefully we'll get some good options and some good traction as far as what we want to play. So what does everybody have planned today? As far as I know, we still have a D&D today, but I am gonna double check. And I'm gonna say excited for gaming today. And there we go. And while we're at it, while we're waiting for some more friends to join us... Oh, still waking up and trying to diagnose what's wrong with your phone? Oh no, isn't that the worst? When you don't know what the heck is going on? We're holding off on the poll just a little bit. Just a little bit. I want to know why it seems to think when... Let's see, general. Because I figure while we wait for a few people to join in and start chatting, I can take a look. Hey, how's it going, Dreamer? Well, we'll have to do that later. Yeah, the group that meets at the local outlet mall. So I figured we could keep an eye on that. You're doing okay? Good. what do you guys have planned for the day? What do you guys have planned for the day? And Soul, what is your phone doing? Perhaps I can help with the diagnosing. You got raided yesterday! Who raided? That is so exciting! You heard it and it made you pause on instinct. Yeah, I can definitely understand that. You're probably like, wait, did I miss a text? I must check the group text! I'm like, I would be the same way. Chat refuses to update. Are we positive that the app itself is up to date? That reminds me, I should probably check and make sure my Twitch app on my phone is up to date. I ended up messaging one of the members of the group I was riding along with for a bit. And I was like, I got tired and headed home. You'll see my car still there. We'll get it later. I just didn't want you to worry. Okay, so it looks like mine is up to date, and it looks like it got an update like 3 days ago. It got you so excited you forgot to raid? Oh my goodness! Who raided you, Dreamer? It's always so exciting when people raid, you know? Like, I love that when that happens. Because it means that that person trusts you with their community. It means that they looked at you and they said, this seems to be a good person to try and do this thing with. To like send my peeps to send my community to, and I trust that they'll be safe. And it's always an honor and a privilege when that happens. Yeah, I'm not sure. The only thing I can think of, Soul, is that it's definitely, like, it got an update 3 days ago, so it's possible it just decided not to do the auto update. For whatever reason. As you've suspected from the beginning, that's why you just haven't bitten the bullet to do it, because you're always forgetting and needing to reset your password. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. One of the other streamers you follow, called PMS Jordan, the initials belonging to a boss from Final Fantasy, if I remember right. Gotcha! That's really cool! What were they playing? Yeah, and plus, sometimes with Apple, resetting your password can be such a hassle. It can be such a hassle sometimes, because sometimes, and not necessarily just with Apple, with other like websites and apps and things like that, sometimes it can feel like they're just going, hi, we need like your birthday, your social security number, your address, like all this personal info to make sure that you're you before updating your password. Compared to other things, it's a hassle on Twitch specifically. That's totally valid. Totally valid. Ah, from her partner who was playing Super Mario World. That is so cool. I love that. You forgot to shout her out. Good thing you're non-existent on the hierarchy at the moment. You'll get there, Dreamer. You'll get there. And it's totally fine. I forget to shout out raiders as well. So, yeah. It happens. It happens. Especially when you're in the moment and you're like, you're so excited that you got your first raid, and then all of a sudden you're like expected to remember all the different etiquette. And like, oh, we're supposed to shout him out and I didn't shout him out. We're supposed to welcome their community to our community and tell them who we are and all this other stuff. And so, yeah, it happens. It happens. Let's go ahead and start that poll. We're deciding what we're gonna play today. Our options are one of the truck simulators, Dreamlight Valley, Sims 4, or doing a Kingdom Hearts grind, trying to level ourselves up so we can beat the Hercules world. But yeah, we got home at about midnight last night, and maybe like 12:30, and I headed to bed, and I got up at like 5:15, and I was out the door by about 5:45, and after having some breakfast, getting dressed, all that stuff, and I ordered myself a pair of bike shorts, and I didn't realize until after I had already, gotten dressed and had to head out the door, like I had no time left to go change, but the shorts I had ordered had arrived, and I didn't know if I'd have, if they would fit or anything like that, so I think that was part of it, part of why I didn't necessarily do as well, because I have one of the ladies in the bike group gave me some of her her biking shirts that she uses, and so, or used to use, and she was getting rid of them, and so she gave them to me, and so I wore one of them today, and I was gonna wear the padded bike shorts with them if they arrived in time, and I didn't know if they would fit. I didn't have time to really try them on and give it a fair shake. And so I was like, you know what, we're just gonna stick with the pants that I'm wearing. And so I think some of it is that they're not the most aerodynamic of pants. And so hopefully the next time I'll be able to ride a little further. And everybody was rather impressed, because last time, so the way that the cycling group, the path that the cycling group goes down is once a month they start at a park near my house, and they start heading down the path, and then they keep going, and while they're beyond where I'm able to go, because they go 20 to 25 miles, and then let's see, so there's little pull-out, not necessarily pull-outs, but benches that you can pull off to sit at if you need to. Some of them are shaded, some of them are not. And they were so nice. Last time I was only able to make it from the park to one of the little pull-out, little benches, and so they stopped because they knew that was where I stopped last time. They stopped there. They were getting ready to give me fist bumps to encourage me, and I kept going. I'm like, yeah, guys, let's keep going. And I made it all the way to the next park. So I made it 4.02 miles. And one of them came up cycling past me and goes, "I'm so proud of you for keeping on going just a little bit further." Yeah, I've got to push myself just a little bit more. And so I think last time I made it about 5 miles before having to so I made it 3.3 miles out, and then maybe a mile and a half, 2 miles back, because I turned around and started going back, and about a mile and a half, 2 miles later, I was like, I am beat. And so I ended up walking that last mile, and that last mile and a half, 2 miles, and so I could get back to the car, and I was like, I am not doing that again today. So I I stopped for about 15-20 minutes at the 4.02 mile mark, and then I cycled from there back to that little bench area that I stopped at, where they had been waiting for me. Made it to another bench about maybe half a mile to a mile after that. And then I made it to the pullout that goes to, or like the little exit area to go to my house. And so by the time all was said and done, I biked about 6 miles, maybe 6.02 miles before having to walk back. Like walk the rest of the way, because once I got to the little pull-out area, I had to walk. So it was about 6.02. So it was really good. I think I'm proud of myself for how I've done. And I think with these padded bike shorts, it'll help me not feel the saddle sore as much, but also I'll be a little more aerodynamic. And hopefully next time there won't be quite as much headwind. I think that helped too, was I need to learn how to deal with headwind when my bike has flat handlebars. And so, you know how there's 2 different types of handlebars when it comes to bikes. You've got the flat handlebars that are the ones that you might typically think of, but there's also the ones that start flat and then kind of curve. And that part I learned today, that part that curves under is so that if there's a headwind, you grab down there and you can lean forward into like kind of below where the headwind is and keep going. Hey Doki, how's it going? Thank you so much for the happy belated birthday wishes. It was fantastic. We went to a restaurant on the other side of town, kind of over by where I work, maybe a mile from there. And then we went to an arcade at the mall, and then walked around the mall a little bit, and then headed home. So I got to spend some time with the family, and it was fantastic. I'm so glad you're doing well. And then the Friday after my birthday, my dad was working on my birthday, and so he really wanted to be able to celebrate and treat me to something for my birthday. And so we went to Texas Roadhouse to celebrate, like as a belated birthday celebration just a couple days later. Thank you, Sam. How's it going? We do have a poll going. There's probably about 2 or 3 minutes left. I don't know if you shared that with me or not, to be honest. Let me check. Because if you did, it would probably be... Yeah, I don't think you have. Because I am not seeing it. At least not if you shared it in the Discord. So what does everybody have planned today? Get those last minute votes in. We are tied. There are extra votes available for 100 channel points. So if you want one game over the other, you can make that happen. You can rig the vote in your favor. Let's see, what else do I have planned today? Sis and Bro and La are gonna come for a couple more days. They've been in a different state, doing some, like visiting some friends and their churches. And so it has been a week since they left. And let's see, So they arrive at some point this afternoon. So assuming, because now that I'm thinking about it, I thought I remembered my GM telling me there might not be D&D, but I'm not 100% sure. So that was why I made the post that I did of, looking forward to it. Okay, we have Disney Dreamlight Valley as the winner. So we are going to play some Dreamlight Valley. Let me make sure, in case it needs any updates. It does not. We are good to go with that. We can make some progress in our quest that we're working on, and make sure that we're good to go with that. So let's go ahead and pray. If you have any prayer requests, please feel free to use the command pray or praise, and I will make sure to pray for you guys. I'll look up partway through the prayer to make sure that I don't miss anything. Dear Lord, thank you so much for today, for who you are, and how much you love us. Thank you for each and every person here. I pray for Save the Lost, that you just continue to be with him and his mental health and his headaches. Just help him to remember who he is in you, Lord. I pray for Lotu and her family. I ask that you give them a miracle if it be your will, Lord. I ask that you be with all the amazing Christian streamers here on Twitch. The Kratos fam, Pastor Dustin, the Hopeful Disasters, Beo and Zyro, and just all of these amazing, Catherine Naomi, amazing streamers that are just trying to be a light in a dark place, Lord. For anybody who needs your guidance and direction, Lord, I ask that you give it to them, Lord. Be with Lady Foes and Adafoes. Help them to be the best parents possible to baby foes, and just stay close to you always. Give them your guidance. Be with their business, or especially Lady Foes' business of being a travel agent. I ask that you just bless that, Lord. I ask that you be with Kishu and Spark and their families, Lord, and keep them close to you. Be with Soul and her dad, and just heal her dad, Lord. Let the cancer come to be in remission, Lord. Let his body respond well to the treatments, Lord. I ask that you just be with him and be with her. Give them better communication. Help them to be understanding of each other. Be with Soul as she's going through this next class. Help her be able to understand everything that's being taught, Lord. I ask that you be with anybody who's struggling physically, whether illness or injury. I pray for anybody who's struggling mentally, that you be with them, Lord. Thank you for the amazing bike ride today, and just being able to spend time with fellow believers and being able to spend time in your beautiful creation, Lord. Give us a wonderful time of fellowship, and in your name I pray. Amen. Alright. Hey, shared the song and the streak. There it is. Alright, well, I will definitely give that a listen after stream, Sam. That is fantastic. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna change the category. How's it going, Treasure? I'm gonna change it to Disney Dreamlight Valley. gonna go here. And Treasure, I responded to your message on Discord this morning. It's kind of hard to look at whispers because with OBS, it doesn't show me when I get a whisper. But if you're okay sharing it in chat, I'm okay with that. Aw, thank you, Sam. Maybe we'll listen to it at the end. It's kind of a little way to wrap up. I'm doing well. So you said it's going. Is everything okay? We're just playing some Disney Dreamlight Valley today because that is what chat voted on. Yeah, they changed the intro screen because they're doing a a Wreck-It Ralph event, I think. There we go. It's like, holy cow, when it comes to the camera angles. But yeah, Treasure, I responded to your message on Discord. I know it looked like I was online, but what ended up happening was I had my computer on and the Discord app was up on my computer. So it looked like I was online even though I was actually out of town. So if I looked like I was online, it's not that I was ignoring you, it was that... Well, the poll showed 3 votes for Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I think it was 2 votes for the other 2 that people had voted on. And so I went ahead and decided if that is what chat wanted, that is what chat is going to get. So we're gonna see if we can get all the fish that we need for the aquarium at the museum. Nope, you didn't miss it at all. I like saving those for when you're here. Good morning, Lady Foes. Huh, it's showing the poll again? It shouldn't be, the poll's ended. Let's see, where do we want to fish? There's not a whole lot of options here in the Peaceful Meadow, is there? Especially not on a rainy day. Seaweed! The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things around you. What more is you looking for? Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Up on the shore they work all the day, out in the sun they fade away, while we devote in full time to floating under the sea. Aw, how was bath time? I hope bath time went well. There we go. Got another rainbow trout.
Oh well, no sailing today.
Yeah, if Forged Biblebot has its way, we're gonna be saying bye-bye stream elements and switching everything over to the Forged Biblebot. Let's see. I'm gonna take a look at our items. So that's a carp, and we don't need carps. Okay. At least not for the, not for the thingamajig. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay, treasure. Ooh, I really like that one that you just sent. Let's take a look and see about the garden hose. Oh, and I'm on the big TV. I love it. Oh, that's a good one too. I think I'll save the garden hose one for next week. But I think today, because I really do like that one, I just need to give it some thought as to what my, well, you know what? Why don't we do both? There's nothing that says we can't do both. This first one is called Personal Growth and a Garden Hose. Sometimes personal growth feels like trying to water your garden and thinking, why is nothing coming out of the hose? You disconnect the hose and turn the water on and off to make sure it's running. It is. You reconnect the hose and check the connection to the spigot. No leaks. In your life, this can look like praying, reading, learning, changing, and still nothing. When nothing is flowing, it doesn't mean that the water's not on or the hose is not connected. It's kinked. It could be due to a habit, a fear, a grudge, an old belief, a need to control everything. Growth isn't always about getting more. Maybe sometimes it's about getting out of your own way. Contemplate. What might be kinking the flow of growth in my life right now? Redirect your way of thinking from why isn't God doing more to what am I holding on to that keeps me from receiving what He is already trying to give me? So what might be kinking the flow of growth in my life right now? I'm thinking for me, it's that I'm a creature of habit. And sometimes it takes a little bit for me to realize that. And it takes a little bit for me to desire to change that habit and like get out of my routine. You need to stop trying to control everything and being a creature of convenience. Yes, because sometimes those times when we are, because I can be a little bit of a creature of convenience, because there are times where I'm like, you know what, I really don't feel like cooking or going out of the house and getting something from the drive-thru. I'm just gonna Grubhub. And I look at it and I go, that is so expensive. And I need to not do it. So I've had to like really curb back my spending so that I'm not as much a, oh, I just don't feel like going out. I just want to be at home where it's quiet. I just need to rest. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place for those times where convenience is needed. But at the same time, it's also a case of knowing when too much, like when you're doing that too much, you know? Like if it's a case where you are letting that kind of become your norm and you never get out of the house just because, oh, it's so much easier to Grubhub versus, oh man, you know, this is my once a month, you know, Grubhub thing, you know? Where is it? Haha! I got the treasure chest! Because that's when it becomes a problem, is when that becoming a creature of convenience makes it where you are not like, I hesitate to use a word, like I hesitate to use the word lazy, because sometimes it's not necessarily that we're lazy. Sometimes it's we just are not in a, maybe we're not in a place mentally where we can get out and do the thing, you know? That is true. We live in a world where everything is easy access. We live in a world where we can say, you know what? I don't want to cook today. I'm just gonna Grubhub and it'll get here in an hour and then we're fine. We can have dinner. We live in a world where we can say, oh, I can order this on Amazon and I'm fine. And that's a good one too, because sometimes that is true. Buy new because it costs more to fix it than it's worth. That's another good one. And especially if you're, you know, especially as somebody who, excuse me, is not exactly the most tech-savvy person.
Well, at least the neighbors have
As someone who's not the most tech-savvy of people, if my washer breaks, I'm calling a professional, which can take time, it can take money. Whereas one of my friends, she and her husband are very, very handy. And they're able to, when their like, washer starts acting up, they can fix it. They know how to. And it was only recently that they did. It was only recently that they got a new one, because their old one was to the point where it was just not, you know, able to be fixed anymore. It was a case where they needed to just replace it. And that was the most, you know, beneficial for them. And that's okay. And they ended up going with, hey, thanks for the lurk, Galaxy! They ended up going with a newer version of the one that they had originally, because they knew how to fix it. And so it was a case where they were like, do we want to get this one that we know how to fix because we've worked with an older version of it? Or do we maybe want to go for a different one and have to learn its quirks? And so they decided to go with the one that they were more familiar with.
I don't think my ancestors ever imagined we'd voyage with this.
Let's see. There we go. Inventory is full. You know what? Let's sell some stuff. Let's sell some stuffs. Not Baby Foe's answering Auntie Donna's question. Do we want to get this one that we're more familiar with? That we know how to fix? No! I love it. I love it. But yeah, Baby Foes, we want the one that we know how to fix. So that way we don't have to spend as much in the future to try to fix it. Because we already know how to fix it. And if we know how to fix it and we don't have to learn a new one's quirks, then that means that we save ourselves some money because we know what it needs. So it was just a case of them, like her and her husband, talking it out, getting on the same page, figuring out what they wanted versus didn't want. But you're right, in today's world it is easy to... Ooh, that's a good question. Let me finish this fishing and we will take a look at that challenge. There we go. Ooh, let's see. So find one kink. Don't fix your whole garden, just straighten one section of the hose. Sometimes that's enough to get the water moving again. And when it starts flowing again, because it will, thank God for being patient with you and molding you. Yeah, let's talk about that. And while we're thinking on that, our two verses that Lady Foes was amazing enough to share. Psalm 46:1. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. May your coffee be strong, your faith stronger, and may you finally figure out what's got your hose all kinked up. I think for me, the kink I need to work on is being more open to changing my routine. Because I can be a creature of habit. I can be that person that it's hard for me to get out of that routine. It's hard for me to be like, oh, but what do I drop in favor of this when I'm used to doing XYZ on a Friday? And this is the part where I'm a good friend and I say, don't tell Lado you said what? Oh, it's just outside. Just a bit outside, as they say at the baseball field. No, I missed! My timing! My timing was off. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay! I got a pike! Oh, no wonder. I always forget that I'm in the Forest of Valor up here, not the Peaceful Meadow. That the Peaceful Meadow is down here. So I'm amazed I even caught the 2 that I did. Maybe now we'll catch the bream and the catfish. Because those are the 2 that we need. So what do you guys have planned today? There's the catfish. And now we need the bream. That might be that blue one over there, but we'll see. Doing chores and relaxing. I love it. Sometimes you need just a nice day of semi-relaxation. For me, I need to get my travel corner under control. And for those who don't know, what I call my travel corner is where I keep the things that I like to keep on hand for when I go to like house sit or go on vacation. So like my carry-on duffel, hats that I like to do or wear, let's see, adapters, things like that. That way it's all in one corner and I can just go, yep, we're good. Like I've got my travel pack of Kleenex boxes, like little Kleenex packets. One day, but it's ready for when that day arrives. Let's see, so like right here is one of my adapters. The other one is currently plugged in. So this one, it has 2 USB-As and 2 USB-Cs, as well as the ability for me to plug in a wall adapter. But I can also plug in the EU, I can plug in the UK. And I can plug in the US and Australia. Yeah, sure. I just gotta look at what my work calendar has in store for me. Once I figure that out, then we can really get going on that. Oh, look at that! Oh, look how beautiful they're all swimming together! And we got the treasure chest. We need to repair the blueprints. Left panel. So I need some sticks, some dirt, and a bunch of sticks, I should say. And looks like dream shards. Oh, because I need 7 of them. That explains it. So I just need 1 more dream shard. We'll put that up there. And let's go collect some sticks and some dirt. We need a bunch of sticks there. I've got enough rock. I need rubies and emeralds, or peridos, or garnets and peridos. Okay. Night shard. I need that one. Coal ore. And more sticks. And a lot more dream shard. Okay. So I need a bunch of dream shard, a bunch of sticks, and some dirt. Dream shards, sticks, dirt. Dream shards, sticks, and dirt. Dream shards, sticks, and dirt. Garnet and emeralds are peridos. Hey, how's it going, old man Dan? How's it going? How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. So glad you're here. No, you don't want to go into Moana's house when she's not home. That's breaking and entering, and that's illegal. Ad break starting in 1 minute. I promise you will not miss a single thing. I need to get some more sticks and dirt so that I can get All of the things repaired now. Ba-dee-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We're making up the song as we go along. Ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Just chillin', having thought ideas. Need to figure out getting your wife set up for streams. Ooh. Alright, ad break. We're going into BRB. Word game start. Alright, we're back. And our next mindful moment is called Waste Not, Want Not. But where's the line? Waste not, want not is a good reminder to save what you can, use what you have, and be prepared for what's ahead. But then there's the garage, the attic, the closet, the box of random cords we're keeping because I know I'll need one of these someday. At what point does becoming prepared become simply keeping everything just in case? Maybe the question isn't, could I possibly need this someday, because technically, probably. The better question might be, is this helping me prepare for what's ahead, or is it preventing me from making room for what's ahead? Think about one area of your life, your time, money, belongings, commitments, even your goals. Where's the line between being prepared and simply holding on to things because you're afraid you might need them someday?
Okay, listen.
I think
Don't take on too
for
much, would you?
me... Ooh, I need to water you guys. I think for me... it is probably... Oh, I almost had it. Probably just going back to my being a creature of habit. Probably my time.
I could use some help.
And I need to... I just need to be more willing to let the schedule change now and then. Because sometimes when you get so locked into routine, it makes it hard for you to grow because you're constantly doing the same thing. And what's the... You know, there's that old adage of what's the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Same applies to our routine. We want to be able to grow. We want to be able to learn. We want to be able to make new friends. But when we get too locked in our routine, that that can't happen as easily. Because we don't allow ourselves the time for that to happen.
These fools have no idea what magic could be controlled here.
So I think for me, that's what it is. And then just continuing as best I can to be wise with my money. Let's see, so there's 13 there. I'm gonna go ahead and use that. See what it is. A peaceful meadow aquarium! I'm gonna go set that up.
Could use a few more sleds around here.
F for furniture. Oh, that thing is huge. Okay. In that case, let's put it in the bedroom, I think. Let's see. We've got that. I can go ahead and remove that, that's fine. And then, let's see, I had, oh, the chair's right there. Okay, it just scooted itself over. Okay. That works. That's lovely. I almost wondered if I could put that in the, if I could put my other fish in there. How lovely is that? We've got ourselves a nice little cozy corner over here. Nice little storage area. Let's see. Anything in here that I might need? Nope. But I can transfer some stuff over. Oh, I was just reading it. I read the one about trying to make sure, you know, looking at where we're spending our time and our resources and making sure we're allocating that properly and not holding on to things that don't really serve us anymore. And I was saying that for me, I think that it's being a creature of routine that I kind of need to work on. And just being more open to letting that routine change. Hey, Vocal Duck, how's it going? How's it going? Got to go on a bike ride this morning, which was really, really fun. Yeah, and I think I think for me, I'm also holding on to some things, like in my closet, for example, that probably don't need to be here anymore. Partly because I'm like there's some toys from childhood that I'm like, I really want to pass this on to to my future child. And, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But at the same time, are you holding on to it to the point where your kid isn't even going to be able to use it, for example? How's it going, Vocal Duck? And there's also the aspect of just, do I even want to deal with this, or should I just, like, keep it in the closet or under the bed so it's out of the way? Because that's also some of it for me, is I'm like, I need to just take time, especially, before the right house comes along and I'm able to move. I need to take time to, look through my stuff and say, okay, whenever I move, what's going with me and what isn't?
Hey there!
Oh my goodness! Lord, right now we just bring Vocal Duck's dad before you. Right now we just ask wisdom for the doctors, that they're able to figure out what's going on, that they're able to get him out of ICU and just either into a regular room, if not discharged. Lord, I ask that you just bring answers and bring healing, Lord. And in your name I pray. Amen. Yeah, that's scary. How are you feeling about all that? Are you doing okay with it? Are you scared? Is there anything that you need? Anytime. That's what we're here for.
Hey there.
Let's buy a few of these.
Whoa!
We'll just buy like 4 of each of these.
Whoa! How you doing today?
And then go do some planting and watering. Oh, your mom's going nuts because she was the one who had to actually make that call. Oh my goodness. Is there anything she needs? Do you need us to, like, set up a meal train or anything like that?
Oh, I just know we're going to be good friends.
You'll be okay as long as they figure out what happened and why? That makes sense. Sometimes just having those answers is enough. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we're always here for you. There we go. Yeah, sometimes it's just a matter of getting those answers, figuring out why something happened, and then you're like, okay, now I can breathe easy. And it makes sense. Because you're like, as long as I can be assured that he'll make it, As long as we know what's going on so we can treat it, and he'll make it. That very well could be with him recovering from a recent surgery. That very well could be a complication of that surgery. That would not surprise me in the least.
How's it going?
So I've got 2
Whoa!
2 slots left. So
you-
let's go ahead and go with those. Two slots left in my little garden.
Good morning, bright, big, beautiful world.
He's nearly 80. These things happen when they go from healthy to not. Oh, I thought I had...
This is starting to look amazing.
I thought I had one more. Well... in that case... we'll just plant there. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Especially depending on age, they can kind of go downhill fast. But at the same time, you're also kind of like, can we figure out why?
Those here sure are neighborly.
Can we figure out why this is happening? And maybe prevent it from happening again? Is there any chance at all of that? Because if they're able to figure out why it happened, hopefully they'd be able to prevent it from happening again. Like, I remember when my mom had her first, Crohn's flare-up that I can remember, and it was really scary. And we found out that she's allergic to certain medications, like certain pain meds, because they started it through the IV and she was instantly like, I can't breathe, and so they were able to quickly reverse it and be like, okay, we're marking that down on your chart. But it got a bit scary there for a minute.
Hey there, pal.
But they were able to figure out how to prevent it from happening again, which is the important part. Exactly. Having that support is so important. Because when you have that support system of people that you can go to and say, hey, here's what's going on, that's everything, you know? Like, it's a huge, huge help. To just be able to say, yeah, this is what I need, and I know that you're going to be there for me. And also that you're not going to make the person feel like a burden, you know? Like, there's so many people that sometimes don't say things because they feel like they're going to be a burden. And I look at that and I go, I get it, because I've had that mindset. I've also had that mindset of, this feels so minor compared to what so-and-so is going through. But at the same time, a true friend wants to be able to be there for you. A true friend wants to be able to help you out, support you, and cover you in prayer. And it's important to have those friends. And they're gonna make sure that you know that you're not a burden for telling them what's going on. Trying to find some garnets. Because I'm pretty sure that's one of the things I need. Aha! Here we go. Garnet and a peridot. Alright, let's go see what we can do. Even one of your coworkers, she has an upcoming heart surgery for her dad and was really nervous about it, but you told her your experience with your own dad's heart surgery, and that helped her out massively. Exactly! Because sometimes it's just a matter of knowing that you're not alone. It's a matter of knowing that somebody else got through it, and you can too. Wow, we need a lot of seaweed. We haven't gotten any dream shards. Oh, we need 2 and 3. So this is the museum. This is where Olaf has a bunch of different, just different things that you can collect of different areas around the valley. And it's like a little celebration of it. Oh, is that it? Let me go see if I can... Oh, and let me show you my house. Let me show you my addition to my house. Right, it is very Harvest Moon. Speaking of Harvest Moon, that reminds me. So yesterday, in addition to getting my bike tire fixed, because I apparently, at some point, picked up a sticker in my bike, and it was like, nope, tire is not gonna hold any more air. So I got a new tube, and I was able to go bike riding this morning. But in addition to getting that, my friend and I also went and went to GameStop because I have tried to buy Pokemon Omega Ruby. I was trying so hard because I was like, you know what? It's kind of cool. It kind of sounds kind of cool. And so I bought one copy, and my 3DS kept telling me there's an error. Turn off the system and turn it back on. So I took the game and the system over to GameStop. They tried to finagle around with it a little bit, and they were like, oh, we're so sorry, we can't fix this. Let's do a return, and we'll use that, we'll apply that money to getting a new copy. And so then I got my new copy with a warranty on it, and next thing I know, I get that and it tells me there's an update. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let me update. So I managed with a little finagling to get it to update, and then it kept going either one of two things. Either game card not read, or the same error message that the first one gave me. And so I'm like, dude, I am 0 for 2 on this game. I am clearly not meant to have it. And so I get there to GameStop, and I did an exchange. I just basically said, I'm going to return this and apply that money to other games. And they were like, yeah, sure, we can do that. So I was able to get a Harvest Moon game, or for the 3DS, and I was able to get the Switch version of Hogwarts Legacy. And I only paid, after all of that, like $10. Right? Like, we had no idea, because they said it looks like the connections are good. And so I was like, okay, let's do it. And they were like, yeah, sure. And so when the second one was giving me that same thing, I was like, you know what? I'm done. And so the guy was super nice about it, and I hope I enjoy them too. It should be a lot of fun. So here is what I have dubbed my huge, massive bedroom. I've got some storage space. I'm just gonna put all the things that are not serving a purpose at the moment into my little bits of storage. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Can I only have 21? That seems kind of weird. There we go. All the things that are not going to serve me on this quest. And thank you! I just got the aquarium because I did I got the aquarium done in the, the museum. And so because I did that, oh, no wonder it's 2 different types of wood. That explained it. I was able to get this aquarium because I got the aquarium for the museum. And so it's all about showing just different aspects of life in the valley. Let's take a look in here, see if anything is good. Window to the right looks great. Would love those for your house. Yours is basically still a storage room. That totally makes sense. Because it's one of those things where... It's just one of those things where you're like, I need XYZ. And so, because I need XYZ, we're just gonna go with it. And like, I need a storage spot. So I'm gonna make this room a storage spot. And that's okay. Come on, I need... What's it called? I need the...
I'm just living the dream.
I bet you are, Olaf. I'm good on money. I need the grass thing with the flowers is what I need. But yeah, when I first started, mine looked very similar to it. Like it was just a big old storage room, and it was just like, you know what, we're just gonna do what we need to do. And as we got different things, I was like, you know what, this will be really cool in this room. And kind of going with like a little mini theme for each room. So when I was a kid, I loved Buzz Lightyear. And so I had to have, you know, like, there was one Christmas where I got Toy Story sheets. And I, for whatever reason, loved to add the word "the" between Buzz and Lightyear. So it was Buzz the Lightyear! Let's approach. Give him an apple. You like the apple? Yes, you did!
Morning, Bright.
How about another one? You want another one? Oh, last one. Oh boy, I need to harvest something for myself. Is what I need.
Can I get a little help here?
It makes sense for Sonic the Hedgehog, Felix the Cat. Like, that's so true. That is so true. And it's one of those things where it's just like, to me, in my little, you know, 7-year-old brain, I think I was, it made sense. And so I opened up my sheets and I go, oh, Buzz the Lightyear sheets. It wasn't even Toy Story sheets or Woody sheets. It was Buzz the Lightyear sheets. I had those things on my bed until they were like worn. Okay, I am gonna take a look. Let's do that and that. I need a rich soil. I can get it everywhere. Where's my... Yeah, so I just have regular soil.
How about a wee bit of conversation?
Maybe down in the... Because I know it says it can be found everywhere.
Terrain is kind of nice.
But if we... If we go down here, where it's just a little bit muddier, maybe we'll have more of a chance of getting that rich soil. No, we're not. We're not doing the thing very well. No, we're not. It's just regular soil we're getting. I wonder if it's because it's raining? I wonder if that has anything to do with it. The fact that it's raining. What do you guys think? Do you think it's possibly due to the fact that it was raining? This is probably going to be more clay than anything. Yeah. 'Cause it's muddy. Boy, for something that they claim can be found everywhere, it's sure not coming.
Morning.
Good morning. Oh, I wonder if maybe it has to fertilize? And then over here, so the other side of the hole is or the other side of the house is my bedroom, and this is my little workroom. So people can come and sit, hang out and chat. I can get a little bit of work done over here, like if I had a computer. Assuming they even have one of those. Ooh. This looks so cool with what I've got. That'll look perfect. Perfect, I tells ya. Yeah, so we don't necessarily have a whole lot of furniture. We've got a lot of different options for wallpaper. And then I could, like, do little paintings, and then here's my little crafting station. And then another nice little sit-down area that looks over to the TV. Some more storage, a little kitchen. Table. How many of those? Oh, I've got 29 of those things? I might want to sell some of those. But hey, now we've got some room for people to... Well, maybe not. Got room for people to sit down. I wonder why I made 30 plus of those things. What I need is more chairs. I wonder if I've got stuff to make a chair. Ooh. I can make some sturdy chairs. But I need the wood. I have a need for the wood. How you guys looking? You guys are all harvestable. Rich soil! At last!
A moment, if you would. I need your help.
Pick that up. Let's take a look. Festive wrapping paper. Ah. So maybe rather than leaving those around for just anyone to find, I'm gonna go see if I've got some storage in my house. Into which I can put some of the stuff. Works for me. Anything flowers we don't need at the moment. There we go. Perfect. And still looking good, guys? Yeah, you're still dripping wet from yesterday's rain, which is perfection.
I am Moana of Motunui.
I need some more gems, so let's see. Do either of you contain gems? Gems! There we go. So does anybody know what their church is going to be speaking on tomorrow? Because I know my church, I'm pretty sure we're doing the next part of Philippians, because we're doing a study in Philippians.
Oh, goodness. You're busier than a bee in a flower field.
So I think we're continuing that this week. Last week we had our youth pastor intern do a lesson where he talked about how Jesus is a hope better than Superman. And I love it. I loved it because it was such a great reminder of just the fact that we have such a great hope in Jesus.
Everyone's hero here.
Your pastor doesn't really do series, so you have no idea? That's totally fair. Mine goes in phases where sometimes he likes to do series, sometimes he likes to do just kind of whatever God has put on his heart for the week. And sometimes I feel bad for the slides team because they're like, he'll be like, yeah, sorry guys, God led me down a different direction and I wrote a completely different sermon, so here's all the notes. Thankfully that's not very often. That's like, I think that's only happened like twice in the 3-ish years that he's been here. Oh, yours was going through Genesis a bit, but that was only for like 2 weeks. Okay. That makes sense. Genesis is always such a great place to start. Part of me kind of wishes... Alright, so we need 3 Parados. Part of me kind of wishes that we could not have these numbers so big, but at the same time, I totally understand why. So we need 60... We need 60 for that one. We need to collect a lot to get 51. Exactly, like you can learn so much about like the history of the Israelites and Joseph and how to overcome temptation. There's so much in it. I almost wonder if I should buy some more seeds and keep things going. Cause I'm gonna need like 111, I think. More? No, my math is way off. I'm gonna need like 100 and... Well, maybe 111. No. I don't know. It's over 100. It's over 100, I know that much. As far as the softwood is concerned. What are we at? Oh. 13 and 14. Okay, so we've got a nice, pretty even mixture there. A pretty even mixture there, I think. That's not what I need. I need the lighter color. Because lighter color means that it's softwood. And I need that more than I need the hardwood. I wonder, is there any up here? Or is it all... Yeah, that's dry wood. That makes sense. There's a nice little mixture up here. I'm kind of curious what fish are up here. Let's see, I think there was... Yeah, there it is. And like, I know I saw a couple of what looked to be higher end. So let's try and grab those. Got ourselves another message in a bottle. There we go. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. Got the fish and the message in the bottle. That's what we needed. A white sturgeon.
This valley is so friendly, like a warm hug.
It is like a warm hug, Olaf. That is a perfect description. We are off on our quest to collect all the softwood that this land has to offer.
I learned things don't always go as planned.
That's a very important lesson to learn there, Simba. Okay, so that's not the kind of wood I need. Part of me is like really tired between the bike ride and being up as late as I was. And then getting up as early as I did. I'm like, I need caffeine. Caffeinated beverage. That's what I always sing to my coworker when she makes her coffee. Caffeinated beverage. Let's see, I don't think there's anything softwood-wise up here. This appears to all be hardwood
Oh, I'm so
and
glad.
dry wood. Hey, Maui! There's gonna come a time where I'm gonna need to completely rearrange. These days, the max you can drink is still just a half cup of coffee. You just don't need any more caffeine than that for your morning, and you hope to keep it that way. That's totally valid. Right now, my main reason for it is just simply the fact that I went to bed. Like, I slept most of the way home from the ball game I went to. And then we got home at like 12:30. So I got about an hour and a half-ish of sleep on the way home. And then got up, went to bed after spending a little time with Sis and Bro-in-law's doggo. And then I was up at like 5:15 to get ready for the bike ride. So between the interrupted sleep and just all kinds of stuff, I'm just like, I'm exhausted. Hey, Otto! How's it going? Been watching on the big screen and doing chores. I love it, love it. I definitely need... I will say, I am proud of myself. I got the suitcase out of my room that has been in there since my mission trip. And it's been empty. I just didn't want to take it out. For whatever reason, I was just like, you know what, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. And then I finally got to it. Ooh, Lady Foes went out and got popcorn and tea. What is your tea of choice today? Tea is fantastic. $32, so we're gonna need 35? Now 34? We're counting pieces of softwood that we're able to collect because I need
Oh, I just know we're going to be good friends.
67 total for one and 51 for the other. It's called Valentine. Tastes like a Bahama Mama snow cone. Ooh. So I'm guessing it's like it tastes kind of like a bunch of different tropical fruits. Tropical fruits are delicious. You recently got on an Assam tea plus milk kick. Ooh. I don't know that I've ever had Assam tea. What does it taste like? Oh, how fun! I also need to be collecting seaweed. That reminds me, I need to be collecting seaweed rather than selling it. But I'm so focused on the softwood collecting part of our day. No, I don't think she did. What did she get you? Ad break in just a minute. We'll do a little word game. I know you're here. I know you're over here. Did it sound like he was underwater?
I'm so glad.
Like in a cave? To anybody else? He was kind of like, over here! Like, I'm down here! Okay, so I think we've gotten all the softwood. That's up here. So now we run around and try and collect all the ones that have reappeared. Star Wars Zero Company. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Alright, you guys, we're going into BRB. You know how this works. All right. Let's let this run. Let's let this run its course. I'm kind of curious what this one is. The creators of XCOM made it. It's going to be really good. You're planning out everyone to add into the game and on for your squad. I love it. That is so great. Let's see, 10 letters, and it's on prayer. You're putting the Sisters of Death back in, me and Lady Foes. Yes! I love it. I love it. Wonder if... No? Oh, because there's no L. That's why. There we go. And it's in... There's no F, so it's not perfect. No T, so not create. Soon as it hits the 1 minute mark, we get the first letters. Looks like S, I, G, and D. Oh, you're right, there is a T. S, I, G, and D. The D one is 4 letters. Oh. You were so close. You were so close on that one, Vocal Duck. Because I saw you guessed, like... I saw that you had guessed, intercedes or intercessions, something like that. Yeah, you were really, really close. You were, like, super close. Better than I was doing. Let's see, maybe now... Oh. I think I was somewhat getting there, but I'm not 100%. I think you were a bit closer. Why is it so hard to find rich soil? It's literally the hardest one to find.
I've got your back.
You knew if I got just one of them, I'd have more points than you. It's amazing how quickly the scores can change as soon as you guess one of the words. Are there sticks down here typically? I didn't think so. Maybe in here. For Star Wars Zero Company, you think you'd be super down with this game? Big fan of XCOM, and you're seeing some character designs that look real good. I have yet to see much of anything on the new Star Wars game. Though I do have in my possession Jedi Survivor. I'm 99.9% certain. Let's see. Yep, I do. I need to download it. But I've got it. So if that's something you guys want to see me play, that would be a lot of fun to play too. So many games on the backlog. So what is Zero Company about? Is it, I know there was one Star Wars game for the PS1 that had a, kind of like a... How to describe it? Kind of
Wonder where I can find some
wrestling?
chocolate.
It was like a Star Wars wrestling game. And that was really fun to play as a kid. Oh, it's in the Clone Wars area, or era. You still have yet to finish Survivor? It's a pretty wild game, and it improves on a bit on Fallen Order. There we go! Because there was some parts of Fallen Order that I was kind of like, I don't know. I feel like they could do more with this. You're a commander or of a specialist company, kind of like mercenaries, but for the Republic. I'm guessing what's going to happen is you will be the key to stop the Empire from obtaining a weapon or something to stop domination. Ooh. That sounds pretty nifty. You can be part of the Sun Syndicate? Or Black Sun Syndicate? It's hard to make games during that era due to armor plot. The Empire has to rise at some point. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Like, it has to get to the point at some point where the Empire, you know, you can't exactly, to quote the Doctor, it's a fixed point in time. You can't avoid it. time may be a big ball of wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff, but there are some things that have to happen. You're too nice, little Donna. There's going to be a lot of neat stuff in it. You're going to make clones and female clones due to mutations and make your own clone regiment. That's cool. But it doesn't have to rise today. Shroom, shroom, shroom. Insert Duel of the Fates here. Koraratama. Siadho Ratama Danya Kora Kila Kora Ratama Siadho Kila Kora Ratama Kora. You hope they allow Jedi classes in the future. Right now it's a no because it's a special class to one of the main characters. Ah! You can make a Togruta, Ahsoka's race, a Devaronian, and Zabrak, Maul's race. Ooh! That's pretty cool. I love how in this game, they don't let you dig underneath somebody's house. They're like, yeah, sorry, I can't in good conscience dig under Wally's house. Yay! Correct pronunciation! But you do understand that not everyone knows what the Devaronians are. Yeah, it's been a long, long time since I've really watched Star Wars. I don't know why. Sorry, can't dig under someone's house. So rude. Right? They prevent you from doing something that's gonna earn you money. Like, my gosh.
You know, only you can help.
Why can't I get the thing that's gonna give me money? They know I need it. Okay, so I think I've got the gems that I need. Let's see, let's see. Death Sisters are gonna be twin Zabraks? Nice. Oh, I need one more. Armored Bounty Hunter looks without helmets. Ooh. That's pretty cool. That's gonna look really cool. So, gonna stop looking at pics of this game because at this point I want to get it, right? Sometimes I can't allow myself to go too deeply down the rabbit hole because otherwise it's gonna happen. I'm gonna end up spending way too much money and then I get buyer's remorse and then I get sad and then you don't want sad Donna. You already bought it? You wanted the Astromech skin. Oh, okay. Well, Lady Post did, but you can bet your Pazak credits I reminded her every week. Yes! You know, sometimes that's what needs to happen. We're gonna hang out here just a minute, see if a watched pot actually does boil. Oh, I need to stretchy stretch. You guys are getting a free stretch. Addo, I need you to do the dishes, please. While I do my stretches, you can do the dishes. Thank you. There we go. And a hydrate.
Hello?
I've got just enough water for a hydrate. There we go. You resigned myself to some things with video games. I tend to buy replay games that you're watching off of Twitch. Oh hey, Dreamlight Valley, right? I've done that before too, and sometimes it's resulted in buyer's remorse because I bought it because friends were playing it, and then all of a sudden they stopped playing it, or it lost its popularity, and then I'm like, but I bought it to play with you guys. And they're like, yeah, but we're not playing it as much anymore. This other game came out. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll buy another one. Yeah, I had to. Because there were too many cases of buyer's remorse. Oh, that's good that you've been consistent with Palworld. Thankfully you haven't had that issue these days. You enjoy Dreamlight. Good. Yeah, I wasn't sure what I wanted to play today. I just knew I wanted it to be something chill. And so I was like, you know what? We'll let chat decide between this handful of games. And chat picked Dreamlight. So I was like, okay, Dreamlight it is. Oh, I need to eat. Good thing I've got carrots. Massive production of carrots. Come on. Give me emerald. Or peridot. There we go. I just needed one more and I got it! I got it, you guys! We can fix up that panel now!
How about a wee bit of conversation?
And with about 20-ish minutes before time to wrap up. Okay, it was that one. There we go. And this one, we need all kinds of stuff. We need a bunch of seaweed of various types. And we need a few more wood. And we need a lot more dream shards. So I guess we'll go do some fishing. Maybe down at the beach. Yay! Good job, Addo. I knew you could do it. Oh, hi, Ariel. Alright, you enjoy your Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That's one of the ones that I have too. I've got it somewhere. Or at least I did at one point. Maybe I had that on my Xbox. That may have been it. I may have had it on my Xbox. And then gotten rid of it when I sold my Xbox. Right, Ariel, watch out for the hook! No, don't swim so close! I need some more seaweed. I don't need all of this fish. Seaweed aplenty for me. Ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum. Ariel, you're gonna get hooked. Be careful, please. What a glitch. I caught an Ariel. There we go. Maybe it's because I wasn't quite as far out as I needed to be. No? How many do I have? 5. Seaweed's a terrible drug. Don't do it. I'm not gonna do it. I just need it for the sea devil's lettuce, yes. I just need it for rebuilding purposes. Rebuilding purposes. I need like 31 of them. 31, you guys. And then I think that's also the one that requires all the dream shards. I caught my buddy. No, I didn't want to catch my buddy. I wanted to catch seaweed. No. Okay. We're at 7? Okay, how many does he have? 8. We got 8 so far. So maybe it's after every so many it gives you fish instead. Yeah, go for it, because I need the exercise. And I think it also gives you options to make me do that'll be, you know, good for on camera. Like jumping jacks, push-ups. I think sit-ups. We're almost halfway there.
I've got your back.
Yeah, you can say dealer's choice. I'll allow that. And then just whatever I feel like doing in the moment, that's what we do. Alright, got about 15 minutes. No worries, Sam. Everything okay? We're just trying to catch some seaweed here. 'Cause we need a bunch of seaweed to repair one of the panels in the diorama. Oh, that one doesn't do as much. There we go. Just kind of blank. Is it like a energy blank, or is it like a from lack of energy, or is it just kind of maybe something medical going on? Like, or just like you're kind of numb. Ah, gotcha. Well, the important thing is that you took the time you needed. Sometimes we need to disassociate for a bit. Let's see, we are somewhat hyper-focused on finding the seaweed. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. I can see where that would be kind of scary. Well, congratulations, we're eating it all. Yeah, I remember that. I just thought that I just thought disassociating, I don't know, I thought it meant something a little different. But I learned something new today. So that's the important thing. There we go. No, it's all good. I think I just had a different definition in mind. And that's okay. It's also not necessarily something that I'm fully familiar with. And so I think the definition I had in my mind was just a little bit different, and that's okay. $24. So I need 7 more? Because let's see. I need 31. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's 25? Yeah, so I need 6 more. And then I'll be able... Come on. Let's eat all these fish. She's gonna be so fished out by the end of this. She's gonna be like, why are you making me fish again? Okay, if you need to step away, that's totally fine. I'll be wrapping up here probably in about 10-ish minutes. But you
This
take whatever
valley is
time you
so
need.
friendly, like a warm hug.
Come on, seaweed. Yeah. Four more. Four more seaweed and we're done. 1. 2. 3. So I think closer to shore is usually a good bet. Let's see. So I need a couple of those, one of those. Hey, we're at 31. Okay. So let's go ahead and head on back to the whatchamacallit museum. Get all of that put away. And then it'll be time to start wrapping up, I think. And getting ready to go. Let's see, there it is. Bum 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 ba ba da ba ba. Ba 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 ba. I wish they would let you, like, put what you have towards it and then call it good, you know? Like, if you could say, oh, I've got 49 of the softwood. And then it could be like, okay, perfect, you just need a couple more. And then I'd be like, yay, that's great. let me go collect my 2 or 3 more and I can apply it to the group, like the batch that I already have. Let's see, so there's that. I am at... Oh, that was all... Great. That wasn't even softwood like I thought it was. The lighting made me think it was softwood. There we go. There we go. I know there's a way to craft dream shards, so maybe we can make that happen. So now I just need 64 more wood. And a handful more of dream shards. Let's go see how many more dream shards we can make. Gonna go this way and then up. Collect a little softwood along the way. 'Cause it's gonna make my life easier. There we go. It's gonna make my life so much easier in the end. There we go. There's our crafting table. I guess not. Welcome home! No. Okay. So let's take a look at our items then. I'm sorry to hear that work has been rough. At least you've got the weekend to recover, right? Yeah, dream shards. I'm guessing that's probably... Probably just gonna randomly appear as I go digging. That's the only thing I can figure. Because I need, like, 5 more? Because I think they said they need 7, so I need 5 more of those dream shards. Maybe I just need to go digging around. I need more rich soil too. Monday's not as bad as it normally is. Last night was a good night saying hi to the Lux peeps and playing a game and talking with someone from LTN. Nice! I'm glad that you got a good, kind of a good bookend to your week. Like I said, I did reply to your message on Discord. I know you're trying to only be on there on Fridays. Unfortunately, the last couple Fridays have just been super duper busy as far as trying to communicate on Discord. Let's see, was that a rich soil? Nope, I don't think it was. Darn. Yeah, you did tell me that you're leading a women's Bible study. It's the one on... Let's see, was it prayer? Yeah, because I'd responded to that one in Dustin's chat on Wednesday, I think it was, when you told his chat.
Yes. What a perfect day.
But I also know a lot of times people are kind of in and out as far as being able to fully be engaged. So I know sometimes it's easy to miss when somebody responds. So now I just need 54 more. Alright, you guys, this is as good as... Oh, Vindus, hi! How you doing? I was just about to wrap up because it's about my wrap-up time. You are just in time to help us decide who we want to raid to today. So we are going to save the game. We are gonna quit. We're gonna transition over to just chatting. Check it out, wearing my Lux shirt with amongst my Lux peeps, which is always a blessing. Let's see who we want to raid to. Well, I appreciate you hopping in. Yeah, I kept seeing this one in the store and I was like, this is perfect and I love it, so I need it. So I got it and a couple of stickers. Are we feeling some cozy vibes, maybe? Are we feeling some cozy fish tank vibes? Kind of keep that going? There is also Admiral Kratos doing marbles on stream. Cozy fish tank it is! Alright, you guys. If you are a sub, here is your raid message. If you are not a sub, here is your raid message. I'm gonna set up the raid. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. I love each and every one of you. Always remember that because God loves you, and so do I. You guys can reach out at any time on Discord. I will respond as quickly as I am able to, which doesn't always mean it's right away. I'm trying to get better about balancing, not, dropping everything to respond, but like letting me finish like whatever it is I'm doing and then responding. So it might be a little bit before I reply, but I will always do my best to reply because you guys mean a lot to me and I love each and every one of you. Tell the fish hi for me, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!